All right, we got Ceroblast and Dankadillas tonight. We're just getting everybody in the lobby. Give us 1 second, guys. Go ahead, Mount. Oh, yeah, and we got Mount Lover and FGC Jesus again with us on the mic.
Hey, that's me.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to our fifth, I wouldn't say weekly because it's just sort of like a random schedule which we do these on, but our fifth First to 10 exhibition series here on New Challenger TV. Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to be having a Ken versus Dhalsim, which is, I'm sure if you play Ken, you hate this matchup, but this is hopefully going to be a good one between Ceroblast and Dankadillas. Ceroblast,
both amazing players. Don't get it twisted.
Oh yeah, Ceroblast is a Canadian Ken player who you may have seen a while ago at getting, I think, 5th place at NorCal Regionals over in Washington State. And you may have noticed his Twitch channel, which he does stream pretty routinely. I see people posting like GIFs of the crazy stuff that Ceroblast pulls off on his stream from time to time.
I've heard that his Twitch channel is where it's at, as the kids would say.
That it is. It's always fun to see him pulling off crazy light Tatsu shenanigans and raging from time to time over on his Twitch channel. And then, of course, Dankadillas is a SoCal Dhalsim from LA. And he is the self-proclaimed, I think, best V-Trigger 2 using Dhalsim out there right now. So we'll see if he lives up to that. Yeah, I definitely want to see some of his V-Trigger 2. In case you're not familiar with Dankadillas, he is actually... Dankadillas has made some pretty significant appearances in CPT Premier events. I think taking 9th at SoCal Regionals. So he is definitely a player.
He's also got an A-tier CFN name. Dankadillas is a pretty great name, and from what I hear, a scholar and a gentleman.
It's actually his real name is Dankadillas. It's a Middle Eastern name. I'd have you not make fun. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm afraid that I don't believe you.
I'm not familiar with that one.
I'm gonna need some backup info on that. I'm gonna need to check your sources.
What if that's just the theme for this week's commentary? We just make up facts with as straight of a face as possible and see who in the chat believes us.
Oh man, can we do that? I'll do that. I'm all about that.
Just don't do it too much. But I don't know if we're waiting for anything, or actually, yeah, we got Dankadillas.
I believe right now we're waiting for
Ceroblast in here yet.
Ceroblast
we're waiting for Ceroblast to show up. He, as the chat is saying, he's in the middle of a match. He should show up in just a moment.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So let me hear your predictions on this match.
So I've never played Ceroblast. I've seen him play. I have played against Dankadillas once at EVO. I was actually my round 1 pick. And he is certainly a strong Dhalsim player, and he does have a lot of experience in this exact matchup versus Chris T, who he regularly squares off against in SoCal or at like Wednesday night fights. And I think he was knocked. I think he was knocked out in SoCal regionals by Chris T. So he definitely has a lot of matchup familiarity. Yeah.
So is this a blood grudge match?
Well, this is probably a blood grudge matchup for him. But I think that I would give it to Dankadillas because I don't know exactly how much Dhalsim matchup experience that Ceroblast has. Like, of course, it's probably not 0, but I feel like it's harder to get Dhalsim experience than it is to get Ken experience.
Yeah, from what I understand, based on the statistics, Dhalsim is the 2nd least used character in the entire roster.
Oh, geez, who's the first there?
Oh boy, I wonder. I believe it's Fang, but
shout out to
you
Fang.
ask me. I think that Ceroblast has a really good chance of winning this, and this isn't based on any kind of like matchup knowledge or any kind of like statistics. It's just that I just remember Dankadillas being a Mika player at some point, and I remember never losing to him. So Ceroblast will probably win.
I will say that Ceroblast, one thing that he has going for him is that he has a very different style of Ken than Dankadillas is probably used to. And as a matter of fact, earlier before the stream went live, I was sort of comparing him as sort of the Canadian Ata. So get ready to see some little bit of wild Ken play if my eye on him is correct.
Right. So let's get this first match underway. I mean, we're starting off with some just... Oh, jeez.
Right away, Ceroblast just completely pushing Dankadillas into the corner. But here we go. Good back throw to change the corner positioning there.
Less than 10 seconds in, man, and we already have half of Dawson's life gone.
Ooh, right.
We are having Dankadillas needing to take back all that space he lost and doing
right
it
away. We are immediately seeing that nutty Ken play that I was talking about earlier. We've seen a raw heavy Tatsu, and 2 raw light Tatsus come out so far out of a Ceroblast. And so right away, Dankadillas is probably thinking to himself, wait, is this really how he's going to play just right out the gate with the light Tatsus? And that is exactly what Ceroblast is going to do.
Well, I can't even say it's not working for him. This man's not even afraid to throw out fireballs. I'd be terrified to throw out fireballs in this matchup, but I guess it's not that big of a deal, is it?
Closing it out with the overhead. Round 1 goes to Ceroblast.
Easily going to Ceroblast. Let's see if he can keep that up for the rest of the matches.
Oh, excellent usage of the standing heavy punch to underneath the fireball.
Want to get to that real quick.
Wow.
Wow.
Reach out and crush counter sweep.
He was fishing for it.
Absolutely.
I think that's what he was fishing for right there.
I've seen him do this before as well. Just stand at like a weird range and just keep whipping sweeps, fishing for some kind of a crush counter, and there it is.
Oh my goodness, he is not giving Dankadillas an inch. He's saying, I am willing to take all of this life trade if I can just get more damage than you. That's all that matters.
So people have heard the phrase max range sweep. That was not a max range sweep. That was like a 1.9 times range sweep. He was well out of any kind of reasonable range to be sweeping, and it connected twice with that crush counter. So right now, Dank is probably scratching his head like, let me evaluate what just happened. Hang on a second.
Well, Grimwood96 in the chat is saying that Dank will be the one who adapts over the larger set. But
I agree with that, Grimwood.
So far,
let's see what happens.
That's he didn't give Dankadillas a chance to think. So we'll see if over the course of the rest of the matches that Dankadillas finds his space.
Nice emotes, by the way.
Oh, I love my caveman emote.
Look at these heavy Tatsus, and you'll notice Dankadillas is not ready for it because he's not used to this kind of this Ken play. His what I would say training partner, Chris T, for this matchup, doesn't do this. He doesn't throw out these kinds of light Tatsus, not even a V trigger. And so he's gonna have to adapt on the fly and start saying, okay, you know what? I need to start punishing these. I need to stop letting him get away with them.
Yeah, he has to, because at this point, Ceroblast is using those heavy Tatsus to limit the range at which Dankadillas can teleport, because he catches him out of teleport with each heavy Tatsu.
Okay, just then we saw a better than nothing punish, but he was a little bit too early there with the standing heavy kick.
Oh my goodness, it pulls him out of the air too. It covers so many good distances in this matchup. I would never would have thought about that.
Dankadillas
gonna kill? Oh, it kills!
Overhead Yoga Sniper. I don't know if that was enough to actually kill, but he tries it anyways and gets punished when he gets blocked.
He's beating this man to death with his feet.
All right, good jab check on the double dash up.
Ooh, that was a good call. Good call. He's gonna be really close to stun, but nope. Ceroblast gets out of the stun. He's not.
All right, here we go. Anti-air on the heavy Tatsu this time around. The light Tatsu is just whiffed in neutral.
It seems to take care of so many of the options in this Dawson matchup. Like, it covers all the good distances you need to pull him out of teleports and fly.
Frame startup, pretty good priority, and very low full animation, so it's hard to react to the whiff punish. Even though it's a special move, it's weird. Good throw tech there. Dankadillas slowly working himself into the corner, but he manages to create that space with the flame carpet. Ceroblast can't back up, and oh no, there we go, he's out of it.
He can back up, but at that point, I mean, what are you gonna do? Your health is so low, you got the carpet out, and he's got like 90% of his health.
Also, let's acknowledge the so-called best VT2 users currently using VT1. So we'll see if that changes throughout the set.
What a sham. What a sham.
Good shimmy there, but doesn't quite get the whip punish on the throw. Ooh.
Ceroblast reining it in a little bit.
This is another thing that Ken's really good at. Is he's good at jumping in. He has that jump in heavy punch that he could use very early on to stuff your anti-airs.
Goodness gracious, he bet the farm on that DP and didn't even get punished for it.
Oh, yikes, there is the stun.
Man, when you follow that flowchart, I'm telling you.
Okay, good reset into the back throw. Not quite enough to kill still, but is better than... Oh!
Wow, what a punish! What a punish!
I didn't think he was gonna kill, but he managed to juggle with that standing medium kick.
No Devo art. There is no money on the line. This is just an online first to 10 exhibition. Yeah, somebody definitely should clip that.
That was hype. I was like, okay, yeah, he gets the flame carpet out. Okay, you know, he gets the restand, and then he juggled the standing medium kick, and it was just enough to kill. And I was just, all right.
I mean, that's a bread and butter Dawson combo, but you rarely ever see him get it off of a punish like that. In fact, you rarely ever see this matchup.
I'm sure the Dankadillas sees it all the time, but you do not see that very often as a Ken player.
Well, I want to point out that Dawson wears the skulls of children on his neck, so he's certainly not a good person.
That's actually not incorrect, but they're not the skulls of children that he's killed. They're the skulls of children that he failed to save, I believe.
No, he.
But you know what? Whatever headcanon you want. Good neutral jump with the heavy punch. This is gonna be a lot of damage. Just stays on the ground after eating that thunder kick.
Ugh, did you see that micro walk into double light kicks? The pressure strings on this man are terrifying.
Off the chain for both of these characters, but here we go. Dankadillas immediately going up. I think that's 3 consecutive rounds that he's taken just now.
Yeah, I think he's actually figured out Ceroblast pretty good so far, but we'll see if Ceroblast can wild out a couple more.
Big whiff on the EX Tatsu, no whiff punish at all. Dankadillas just slightly missing these punishes, and it's got to be frustrating, especially against Ken.
It seems like Ceroblast is willing to press any button as long as he comes out plus in life on the trade.
All right, good jump back out of that situation. Just manages to escape that flame carpet without taking too much gray health.
Yeah, he's trying to catch his breath right now.
That's a good metaphor. That gray health is just you catching your breath. Here we go.
Yep, now he's in. Oh, no, never mind. That slide got him out of the way of any Ken pressure that was about to happen.
A little too early on that standing heavy punch. Still gets clipped by the fireball, but Dankadillas, that's not going to stop him. Immediately moving up 2-1.
I'm very interested in understanding exactly how that heavy kick was working earlier as opposed to now, where it seems like Dankadillas is able to knock him out of it. Earlier, it seemed like he was getting away with it more.
Talking about the heavy Tatsu?
Yeah, the heavy Tatsu. I just call all of Ken's moves kicks.
Just kicks? This is kickball. His air kick.
Kick fireball. He's got kick.
He's been stuffing it with that crouching medium punch, which is a pretty good anti-air, especially for that kind of situation. It's actually got a really crappy hitbox directly like in that jump arc that you want to be coming down in, so it is pretty easy to anti-air.
I see. So when Ceroblast is at this range, it seems like he's trying to trade for more life. He's totally fine with trading on those hits as long as he gets more damage in the beginning of the match. Then he's hoping he can use that momentum to rush down Dankadillas before things go out. Oh man, sorry, I just ate some pizza and it is not agreeing with this commentating right now.
Yikes! Big combo, putting Dankadillas in the corner there. There we go. Slide into Mystery of Yoga to get out.
I thought the sim was a V-trigger too, Ken. What a fraudulent Dawson. You know what? I meant to say Dawson. Promise.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that Dankadillas would bust out the VT2 here. Maybe if he takes another loss, he will bust it out. I do think that it would be strong in this matchup in particular, but maybe Dankadillas disagrees with me, or maybe he just wanted something a little bit that he's a little bit more comfortable with. Who knows?
Maybe it works better in this matchup. It seems like Ken might be able to kind of wild his way out of the ball setups.
Ken doesn't have very much that's projectile immune, so I don't know exactly what he could do about it, but who knows?
Maybe he could EXDP through it.
He definitely could.
Ugh. That horrifying air fireball pressure.
Yikes, the run into your face, just meaty crush counter, standing heavy punch.
There's no fear in this dojo. We're gonna wake up DP all day. That's what I learned at my judo place.
He's a phony. Everybody boo this guy. Boo.
He may be a phony, but he's up in games right now, so I don't know how much you can say about that.
Yeah, Dankadillas is already making the adjustments that he needed to, and I feel like there's still room to adjust. Like, he's already taken a convincing 2 games so far after losing that first game, and we'll see how much more he can adjust. Or maybe Ceroblast is just going to turn up the crazy with jump Tatsus like that. Who knows?
I mean, honestly, there's room for both players to adjust. It's still really early on in this set.
All right, so I was talking about this earlier, but Ken has that jumping fierce, which is perfect for stuffing anti-airs and normals. And Ceroblast, he's got a whiff of that. Now he's just throwing it out.
Ceroblast smells blood in the water right now. All he's got to do is rush in one more time, and he's got it.
Ceroblast whipping a lot of normals here, looking for something.
I think he's looking for literally anything punishable.
Dankadillas loves to do that. He loves to teleport and float right above you at that angle where it's awkward to anti-air.
Oh yeah, that's super irritating. I'm sorry, I meant that's super good.
Ooh, okay, there it is.
He said, give me that! Oh, the shimmy!
The shimmy into the crouch and go forward.
Medium kick to close out the round.
And we have ourselves a match, ladies and gentlemen, 2 up.
Good set so far, good set. There's been adjustments on both sides so far. Dankadillas is learning to take his space, while Ceroblast is learning that he can turn up the crazy.
That's absolutely what I want to watch Ceroblast for. I want to see what he can get away with, and I want to see him make his opponent sweat with the full screen
wow,
short.
You see that? This man's pretending he's Sagat over here.
Ooh, okay, tries to whip punish the Yoga Flame with the Light Tatsu, but doesn't quite reach.
Oh, here comes all the Dalsum shenanigans. Fireball slide, fireball slide.
Oh, okay, the cross up air Tatsu. Dankadillas was ready for it.
Ooh.
Big bait on that DP. Not a huge punish, but the best that he could get from that distance.
Got some big baity boys and some long boy arms. If that would have comboed, I would have lost my shit.
Just barely enough damage to kill there, Ceroblast.
So cool. This character's almost good.
Round 2.
I can't say anything.
Oh, okay. Big whip on the DP. Does manage to get the punish with a heavy punch. Okay, good punish on that Light Tatsu. Not gonna let him get away with it that many times.
What was the point of that Light Tatsu? Was he looking for a gap?
Ceroblast just plays footsies with Light Tatsu, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's one of those things that's like a Ken taboo thing to do, but Ceroblast is not afraid.
No, there's gotta be a reason for it. People tell me I just randomly sweep all the time, and I don't mash buttons, guys.
Right, when you sweep, you're looking for a button that you're trying to whiff punish, right? I think that's what he's trying to do with the Light Tatsu.
I guess. Maybe that's his tool for... Here comes that sweep.
Great sweep.
That's the sweep, right? Or is that a crouching medium
That is his
kick?
his slide, his crouching medium kick.
Oh, I see. See, I just have no idea what any of Dalsum's buttons are.
They stretch his limbs. That's pretty much all I gotta know. Okay. Just a light
Everybody
check.
just calm it down for a second.
Dankadillas looking for something.
Those-
But it doesn't come.
He is so good at calling out that teleport with the standing heavy punch crush counter. I am in awe.
Good slide under that EX air Tatsu there from Dankadillas. Looking to dodge some kind of a jump and instead ends up dodging the dive kick, which is a lot harder to anti-air.
Oh yeah. Actually, I think that if you just take the dive kick, you can jab punish it on...
Yeah, it's always minus on block. You don't have to worry about it.
Well,
Now it
not
is.
on block, on hit. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know.
It knocks down on hit, unless you're in V-trigger, in which case it is plus, unless they change that. But on block it is usually minus since they nerfed it.
Oof, the footsies. Who wants it more? Oh!
Ooh, again, closing the round with the overhead. Nobody's ever looking for the non-thunder kick overhead, but he does have one.
Hey, Demonic, you take that back. I do not mash buttons. I know what each and every one of my buttons does, and sometimes I'll press it one extra time. Just
sometimes
one.
Sometimes I may or may not press it twice very forcefully, but I don't mash.
It's called clinking, I think.
Blinking, mash linking.
Yes.
Okay, not quite a
All right.
punishment on that overhead.
All right, so Ceroblast bringing it back another 2 games, which puts him up 3-2.
Okay, looking for a shimmy, doesn't quite get it.
I'm very curious why he doesn't walk up during those long fireballs. Is it?
Well, we just saw why he was looking to run up. He was looking to get the whiff punish with that that V skill run.
Oh man! So what you're saying is he doesn't want to walk up. He wants to run up.
Exactly. Why walk when you can run? Is how all Ken players think.
Exactly.
Ooh, wow! Just barely dodges that crouching leg kick there from Dawson. Ooh, okay, interesting interaction there. Like I said, it is very difficult to anti-air Dawson.
I couldn't even tell what side Dawson was on, and he was already mashing EXDP.
Good punish on that whiff heavy Tatsu. Dankadillas, you can be sure that he's going to pick those up from now on.
Oh boy, oh boy. I would have EXDP'd right there.
Another one and another whiff punish we saw here.
That's such a good whiff punish for that. It's so good.
Yeah, it's usually difficult to get a whiff punish on a heavy Tatsu there when it starts flying across the screen. But Dawson, if anybody can do it, he can.
I guess this is just a match of who's the bolder character.
We're already
I'm almost
starting to
certain
see
Dankadillas
adaptations.
could go in just as much as Ceroblast does.
Dankadillas definitely doesn't go quite as ham as Ceroblast. He plays a lot more fundamentally. He just plays more by the book. Ceroblast, of course, not afraid to do whatever he wants as long as it'll open up his opponent's defenses. Ooh, good meaty slide there into Mystery of Yoga. And he used the CA right through it!
He said, "No, sir, I will be having none of this today." Here,
Enough
look
damage
at
to
this
kill, but
flowchart on my
Ceroblast does
foot.
have V-Trigger on deck, and he doesn't need it. Just a meaty light will finish it out.
Dash up, light, medium, heavy, DB. Man, Ken looks like fun to play.
Okay.
That's the thing about Ken players is I've never seen a Ken player who's not having fun while he's playing.
Yeah, it's very hard to imagine a Ken player, like, seriously getting bent out of shape while he plays. You always imagine somebody smiling on the other side of the joystick.
Because I do know
Unless it's
Ryu
Christine.
players, and Ryu players are always miserable when they play. They just don't want to be there, and they don't want to be doing what they're doing. Whoa!
Can we acknowledge the 7 backdashes into the edge of the screen there from Ceroblast? Just trying to run away from that Yoga Fire for dear life.
Because that means he was hard reading. He was hard reading the teleport the whole time.
Yeah, he was just trying to mess up Dankadillas' timing there. He had a setup in mind for when that Yoga Fire got blocked, and it just wasn't coming.
Ken players are degenerates. You know what? I can't even say that. I will defend Ken players because Ken players are having fun.
Oh man, Ceroblast letting himself get meaty there in the corner there without using any of those resources they built up. He had all 3 bars and all of his V-Trigger. I was expecting like an EXDP or a critical art or something, but instead I don't know what he was trying to do, but it got stuff.
With Cero, you definitely expect the EXDP. You expect it. Like, why not?
I don't think he's been abusing it. He's used it a few times to good success. And he's used it a few times to terrible success. But I don't think he's been quite abusing it. He hasn't been going full Asa with it.
I mean, what you gonna get, man? You gonna get crush countered? Who cares?
He has been seeing a lot of success with those neutral sweeps. Not so much with the neutral light Tatsus, but I think
you
he's
see those frame kills? Ugh.
Oh yeah.
He messed up that. He messed up that whip punish.
Okay, not sure what that was.
With my brain mind.
Ceroblast looking for something.
He's looking for that. Yo, you doing something I can DP, or you not doing something I can DP?
Ceroblast going for the hardest of reads on Dankadillas' neutral game. All right, there's the XDP.
Sometimes that's just how you have to play against a sim player. Like, have you ever seen Didymakov play?
I have not seen Didymakov play, but I do know that's sort of how you have to play neutral against Sim. You sort of have to anticipate his buttons from a mile away and do the one thing that'll beat them. Like when I play Sim, I'm looking for Karen EX Orochi over his like standing heavy punch. Like it's the weirdest, most specific thing to do, but it's always what I'm looking for, and that's just how you have to play the match.
Well, everybody. What was that?
Stun out of nowhere.
I've never even seen that nonsense.
Double
before.
instant Gale combo to get the stun.
Okay,
Never mind, just the back throw. Didn't want to risk it. He was like, that's a light Tatsu. All I need is the back throw. Good awareness from Dankadillas to not like mess up trying to go for something more elaborate.
Oh man,
Stuff there.
I think that was an EX
Tatsu,
Tatsu.
What is happening? My thoughts exactly. This is
Right now, we're actually playing footsies for once, so that's happening.
Big jumping heavy punch footsies.
Just run up on this sim. What do you care?
Okay. Good patient blocks there from Ceroblast, managing to completely escape that weird situation. Oh, the light Tatsu again just barely doesn't reach. He's throwing it out at good times. It's just not quite working. Which is weird to say that he's throwing out light Tatsu at good times, but he is.
That is. Oh,
Like,
he punished that was super. I
Like
thought
that
for
kill.
sure that would have been done by the time that he. Ooh, run up overhead.
Oh, run up overhead. Again, having so much success finishing rounds with those overheads. Like, nobody ever suspects the non-Thunder Kick overhead, because Thunder Kick's just so much better, but Ceroblast putting it to good use.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I forget Thunder Kick is an overhead.
Let's be real, Thunder Kick is a mix-up. Thunder Kick is a really long-winded mix-up that shouldn't work, but it does. Between just the empty step into low.
Wow.
Was it a neutral light DP, or did I have a stroke just now?
He whiff punished a standing light with light DP. I don't even know how to play this game anymore. This is why
everybody
he's
in
an
chat
ultimate
having a stroke right
grandmaster.
now. Oh, okay, just the back throw, Dulcet throwing a little bit longer than Ken's.
Get out of my face.
Ooh,
Get out of my
not a
face
great
with
punish
those
there on the light DP.
shenanigans.
Not a great punish there either. That is -8, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he's bold for doing that. He is bold for doing that because I saw that Ken run up coming from a mile away. He's like, run, Forrest, run.
Jumps in from across the country with that heavy punch, and it just connects. Dankadillas normally has really great reactions, but they are absolutely being tested here by Ceroblast. Oh, the reset into the forward throw. Looking for a stun, but it didn't quite come.
Oh, the Street Fighter 4 special, guys. Run up DP, run up DP.
Run up throw, okay. And then another run up DP.
Okay, come on now.
Yo.
Okay.
All right, props to Dankadillas for getting that perfect punish there, even getting the crossover to put him in the corner and using just enough meter to get the kill. But still, that was some pretty
Look, I'm not gonna lie, I
shenaniganry
would've
out of
got hit by
Ceroblast.
that.
This is
I
why I
would've got
call
hit
him
by
the
that all
Canadian
day.
Ada. All right, the big whip on the light
make those
DP.
reads.
Ceroblast saying, I dare you to try and whip punish this. I know it's not possible. I don't want you to try. Oh, no. Okay, we saw
I know that was a
that
failed
come
whip
out.
punish.
Ceroblast getting the right reads.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god.
Man, I'm just reacting to DPs at this point. I don't know what else to say about this match.
Okay, that is in fact a punish. I'm not sure that was what he's looking for, but he got it and he picked it up.
Wow, it crossed him up.
Mystery of Yoga to get the stun.
We're Dunzo. Wow.
All right, tying it up 4-4 here. This is shaping up to be a way
super
closer match than I thought it might be.
Super even. I thought that this would be... I'm not gonna lie, I thought this would be a much more one-sided match, but...
I thought that,
Okay.
yeah, I thought that once the Dankadillas made the adaptations that he needed to make, this was going to start to run. He would run away with it. But we're seeing Ceroblast pull new tricks out of his hat, and Dankadillas not quite able to keep up with all of them. I still do think that there's a lot of adaptations to be made on top of the ones that he's already made.
I mean, if Dankadillas can find a way to keep this craziness in check, yes, he can win it easily. But the thing is that Ceroblast is making reads based on what he feels like Dankadillas is thinking about doing, as opposed to looking at what he's doing. You know what I'm
Can
saying?
we also acknowledge that Dankadillas is currently like 9 for 10 on his anti-airs, but that does not stop Ceroblast jumping in and getting so much success with those jumping heavy punches.
This man tippy-toed up in his face! Oh, you can't combo after that? I thought for sure
Apparently
could combo after that.
Did not have enough resources to get that kill. He just needs that tiny bit of health. He's going to want to look for that Yoga Sniper if he can find an opportunity for it, but...
No, don't do that.
Ceroblast
I know
knows.
Ceroblast is looking
Ceroblast
for
has already
Yoga
blocked
Sniper.
it once to escape getting killed, so he's definitely going to be aware of that option.
Honestly, just sit there. There ain't no reason to go in.
That's true. There's no reason
not a
to,
reason in the
to
world.
force the situation, especially now that Ceroblast is sitting on here on only gray health.
Ceroblast, all he has to do is activate that V trigger and he can win. If Dankadillas just sits there, he's gonna... Oh,
What?
it's done.
Just the raw V-trigger activation?
What's
Into
oh, he did it! The
Okay,
madman,
the instant overhead to take it.
absolute Madman.
That made me sweat. That made me sweat. There was no reason for any of that to work. Just the using the V trigger animation as a dash and then going for the throw. Like what?
I'll tell you what, that's a spicy meatball that he's throwing out right there.
Good anti-air there by Dankadillas with the jab. It's not gonna discard. Okay, big whiff on the DP. Great punish,
got
even
those.
goes to the side switch.
Ceroblast is so proficient at calling out those projectiles. Like, if I were Dankadillas, I would have stopped throwing those out a million years ago.
Oh no, drops the counter hit punish there on the DP. That is tragic.
We got
Cannot
some
afford to
droppy boys.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I love how Ceroblast can be one DP punish away from death, and he still goes for the light DP.
Hey man, when in doubt.
No, Sim Scratching
Yeah.
Punch does not crush counter, but it's still one of his. It's still one of his best counter hit punishes because you can just link it twice.
Yeah, and I believe he gets more damage off not doing the crush counter.
Yeah, a little bit less V gauge build, more damage.
Round 1.
Yeah, no, it's totally arbitrary which heavy crush counter in this game.
Yeah, I mean, also if you pay attention to a lot of the way that a lot of crush counters work, the way that they crush counter the opponent also looks weird.
I know Karen in particular just recently got her heavy punch changed so that like only the first frame of it crush counters. I'm just like, what?
What?
Yeah, it used to not crush counter at all. They changed it so only the first frame of its 4 active frames does, and it's really weird. Ceroblast with the back throw, pushing Dankadillas into the corner. How many throws is he gonna go for? He only goes for 1. But again, Ceroblast not quite
I
getting
thought
those,
for
whip
certain
punishes
that
in.
that would whiff punish, but it didn't.
No.
It didn't, and now he will suffer the consequences. Ugh. Gets slapped in the face with that jumping heavy punch. Ugh. It's a real slobber knocker, Jim.
Dankadillas looking like he's starting to tighten up right now. He hasn't gotten jumped in on in a good like minute. So stuff is looking pretty solid for him. Great crush counter anti.
That
That's
is
what we
the
like to
first
see.
standing heavy punch crush counter I've seen all week.
And I don't know why he hasn't been doing it more often. I feel like he just needs to sort of get a read on his opponent's jumping tendencies before he can start throwing that out.
Like Ceroblast has not been jumping in at points where he could do that on reaction. That was like the first time.
Instant Gales! What was that, like 5 consecutive instant Gales? He does it again! Dankadillas just trying to style on his opponent right now.
Hey man, why not, man? Why not? What's he gonna do? Ugh!
You know, he gets a lead, he starts to
Cross
get the
up
lead on
in
his
this
opponent,
house.
and then all of a sudden, just the 6 consecutive instant air Gales. Yo, Dankadillas, he's trying to prove a point right now.
But like, is
It
that
worked.
minus? I don't know.
It's a shimmy is what it is. It's like an upside down kick because of the fact that you're airborne, and so it was catching those latex and everything.
There's so much
On
nonsense
10
going on
makeup.
in this match. I don't even know what to tell you guys.
That was
Well,
solid.
they are memeing
That was
right
cool.
now. Let's see if Ceroblast can take it back from that, because he's been playing a little bit more conservative.
Yo, the crush counter sweep. I don't even know what he caught, but he crush counter sweep. I think it was like a slide.
I think he
that,
caught
like,
the
slide.
sweep.
Yeah. We just didn't get to see any of the animations. All we saw was the crush counter.
Well, it's interesting because he's hitting it on activation frames, which means he's making the hardest of hard reads.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yo, the
Ugh.
crush counter, roundhouse.
That's right, put
and
this man in
immediately
the
sends him
corner. He's not allowed to get out of the corner.
Okay.
He's a timeout.
Ceroblast just starts backing up.
Ooh. You
Says, "I want
call
you to
out
come to
those
me."
things.
Yo! What was
It-
that link?
Wow.
And then the teleport's dodging the normals? What is Dake doing? That was
some-
almost
that
the
was
coolest
some
thing.
Silly shit that just happened right there.
I did not know that you could link the crouching heavy punch into the crouching medium kick, the fierce into the slide. That was pretty
That's
slick.
the fun thing about watching a matchup with characters you barely get to see, is you get to see all sorts of stuff that you've never seen before.
Oh, the Dink just has a different answer for the jump-ins every single time.
You know what? I can't even blame Ceroblast for that EXDP. I
Again.
felt like doing that in my heart as well.
Once again, Dankadillas dropped the crouch counter punish, and that's not something you want to do against Ken. So far, he's lost 2 of those, which is so much damage on the table left.
Ugh. I don't know why he thought that it would be a good idea to
There it
dash
is
forward
again,
right
that
there.
same combo. And now Ceroblast sitting here, his toes are hot, and he is almost dead.
He's walking on sunshine, my guy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Final round.
Dankadillas putting it up 1-1 round here in this. I don't even know. This is the 11th game.
I believe it is the 11th game, yes. But Dankadillas is up like 3.
Okay, Ceroblast running into that fireball on the way up, and Dankadillas actually managed to confirm off that. That's a weird situation to confirm off of.
I think at this point, Ceroblast might be getting a little bit frustrated. So he's playing a little bit more conservative, but I think it would actually benefit Ceroblast to wild it out a little bit.
Oh, I do not like that instant overhead there that Dankadillas just pulled. If it doesn't stun or kill, you are punishable on the way down, even on hit.
Yeah. You ain't wrong, though. But, I mean...
I think it might have actually been
punishment,
Dankadillas
is still in a... What? He's still in a good place. Now he's in a bad place. He's in the bad place, starring, what's his name, from CBS.
Ooh, okay. Just the crouching medium punch into run-up throw. Nobody ever texts that. Nobody ever... It's either going to be crouching medium punch, or run-up throw, or crouching medium punch, or run-up button.
Just take the throw, my guy.
It's a take throw.
Just take the throw. You know, I read a tweet this morning that said that Cammy was the best grappler in this game.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with this match. I thought that would be something I
It's
could
the best
share with you
grappler in the
guys.
game, because you always take the throw.
Fight.
Oh, okay. Just stands right outside the range of that standing heavy punch. Ceroblast throwing up that crouching medium. I'm not sure that would win, but...
I believe it does win out if he hits it on the activation frames.
Yeah.
And if he just keeps pressing it, it does lead Dankadillas to not throw stuff out.
Yeah, to answer the chat, I do think this matchup is in Dawson's favor, but only slightly.
Yeah, Dankadillas he's been winning, but in the beginning, Ceroblast has shown that a little bit of a bold game plan can actually win you the match. But right now...
Good shimmy there from Dankadillas. Unlike Ceroblast, he has been hitting those pretty consistently. Ceroblast has been getting the whiff throw text, but he has not been capitalizing every single time, and that's been coming back to bite him.
Yeah, you have to capitalize on every bit of damage you get, because if Dawson runs away, he's in the clear, man. You can't really do much about him at that distance.
EX Yoga Fire doesn't do anything behind it, interestingly enough. He was probably looking for a DP behind it. Okay, good answer here on the heavy Tatsu. And he does it again! Ceroblast never afraid.
Why not? Why not? Why not do it again?
It seems like certain times Ceroblast just gets tired of playing neutral and then he just does anything.
Literally anything to get out of playing neutral.
And then
It's
the
worth it.
EXTP Ceroblast just saying, you know what? Forget footsies, forget
I think
neutral,
this
let's
is
just go
over.
in.
Wait, nope.
Let's go ham, my boys.
It's
But
not
to be fair,
over. If Ken gets in, he can win. He can win this for freezies.
you do not pick Ken if you do
Oof.
not want to skip neutral from time to time.
Oof.
Dankadillas taking
Got him in his
win
little
number 7.
Win.
Tippy tapped him right on his tippy toes.
I love that certain times Ceroblast has like the most finesse and like the most the most elaborate footsies with the micro spacing, making like the longest range buttons whiff by like a hair, and then sometimes he'll just start jumping in, throwing out EXDPs to heavy Tatsus, and it's like, all right, Ceroblast.
I mean, that's
It's
the
like he's got
mental
a switch.
mix-up. That's the mental mix-up. Is
he
he gonna
just
play
goes-
solid? How's he gonna play? It really does work on people because you're preparing a game plan for one of them, and then you get the other.
Like I
But right
said, I
now,
do consider him to be the
it's not
Canadian
working
Ada,
for
so maybe sometimes he
Ceroblast.
goes into Ada mode, and then he feels bad about it and apologizes and goes into Canada mode.
Jeez.
Oh, good meaty instant.
I would have gotten hit by that. What? Was that forward or back? I don't even know.
I think it hit
I
in
don't
front,
even
but it
know.
still did look pretty tricky. Ooh, great confirm with the V-trigger there. I don't know if this is going to be enough to stun,
combo that
but...
with a double
Oh,
there?
okay.
Jeez.
Oh, the cross-up air Tatsu just enough to stun there, and that's going to take the round.
And running up to the party with the... My mom said I could cross you up and get a combo.
Fight.
Ooh. Okay.
That's like the first time I've seen a Hadoken hit somebody on the ground today.
Yeah, Dankadillas. Both of them just throwing out their fireballs at the start of the round there.
I feel like it's really
lock
not
up and
working out for
sweep.
Cero right now.
I don't know if Cero is
Scramble
intending to get that crush counter or if he's trying to whiff punish the Yoga Fire animation. But he's been getting that crush counter real consistently, and I feel like that's gotta be real frustrating as day, because it's like, okay, it's not punishing me, it's just crush countering me.
Oh, look at the stare down.
Wow, just crouching leg kick and a mystery of yoga. Of course, it doesn't combo, but it is still a strong tool to get out of the corner.
Oh, no, he tried to do the tricky thing, and it did not
Stuffing the
work
thunder
for
kick.
him. He really wants that step kick. Wow.
If it is the case that Cero is anticipating the slide after the fireball instead of just trying to get the whiff punish on the fireball, then that's some next level stuff, because he knows that if the slide doesn't come out, he's immediately punishable. But of course, that hasn't stopped him.
No, I mean, and in some situations, it benefits you to take the riskier option because sometimes the punish for it is not that much.
Or if your name is Ken, then it's always the better option to take the risk.
Oh, absolutely.
Big jump and heavy punch, not quite able to pick up the confirm there.
Well, I wouldn't say that Ceroblast is dumb at all. I don't understand where people would say that the way he plays is dumb.
No, yeah, he's not dumb. He's
No,
I mean, Ada isn't dumb. He just knows how to use all of his tools to an extent, and that's something you have to applaud him for, and it makes for really entertaining matches.
yeah. Oof. That cross-up is real
Instant
good.
Gales again.
It's real
Ceroblast
cool.
getting hit by those so consistently. And I'm not sure what he's looking for, but
He's
not
looking for
waking up.
something, but it ain't
Not
working
waking up
out for him right now. Dank just wants to blow on this boy.
Alright, good navigation through those fireballs. Dankadillas is like Neo in the Matrix, just dodging those fireballs in slow motion. And Ken's fireballs do kind of go in slow motion, let's be real.
They do, and they're negative.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised Cero hasn't been using more EX fireballs. He's just been allowing Dankadillas to weave through them.
Yeah, it's not that. I think he wants to save his meter for damage as opposed to getting in.
That's true, he's been saving them for EX Tatsus and EX Shoryukens. We've seen that much. Oh, again, the instant
You can't
Gale.
grab it, man. It's
Yeah,
just
and that's what happens when you try to EX DP out of it. You just end up whiffing completely, and Dankadillas knows it.
I felt that from over here.
Alright, what's it gonna be?
The overhead.
Okay, I'm not sure what we saw there. I think I heard the EX sound effect for a second there. But,
Yeah, he did an
pushed Ceroblast
EX
off.
fireball, but
I think that was
it didn't take.
supposed to be an EXDP, perhaps, because EXDP absolutely would have worked in that situation after blocking the V reversal. But Dankadillas managed to take game number 7. I think this has been really close.
Ceroblast is going to take it, but Dankadillas is 2 up and looking very comfortable in his lead right now.
Oh yeah, that was win number 8. So yeah, he's currently 2 up. Yeah, if Dankadillas takes one more win, this is going to be quite the hill to overcome
really
there for
just-
Ceroblast.
I wish Ceroblast would.
The wake
throw
up
it
light Tatsu, there it is.
right there.
Technically, that is one of Ken's 2 3-frame moves, and that is the safer one.
Yeah, Dankadillas really has that. He's really got his Ken spacing down right now, which is what's really giving Ceroblast this hard time.
Oh, okay, interesting teleport right out of that scramble. It doesn't stop Ceroblast from running up and throwing anyway.
Hey, why not? It's been working.
Wow, just the really well-spaced dive there, but Ceroblast still just manages to throw Dankadillas out of whatever pressure he wanted to get started off of that.
Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I love to see that crush counter anti-air into the double fireball juggle.
Such a beautiful combo.
That is definitely Delsum's most beautiful combo, and I love it. And that's when you know the Dulcim players starting to feel themselves when they pull that off.
That's right. And right now, Ceroblast,
Good
he's
anti-air.
trying to keep Dankadillas in a place where he's just right in front of him. I just want you to stay right in front of me. I want to hit you with my hands.
Yo, the reversal critical art?
Yeah,
And it
get out of
connects?
here. We're just gonna super. There ain't no reason not to do that.
That is technically a reversal option. It won't work a lot of the time, but it
That
worked
is
that time.
unfortunate. But I do not think that this is gonna
No,
kill.
not even close.
Smell my feet. That was a
Okay,
godlike
Mystery of Yoga
shimmy
could be
finger.
reversal there. Okay, just again. That's like his 4th kill with that normal overhead.
Fight.
Hey man, shimmy. If it doesn't work, just overhead. Who cares? Who cares, right? It's Ken. Who cares?
I thought Dankadillas was about to get something started with that flame carpet down, but no. Just the overhead.
Ooh, that was a beautiful frame kill. You saw that?
All right, the Mystery of Yoga, and yeah, you can't walk out of it. You just gotta
can't
sit
walk
there
out
and
of it.
burn. Oh yeah. My
Ooh.
toes, my toes. Okay, good backdash,
That was-
dodge the throw, but
I'm in awe.
still in the corner.
His timing's so good.
Okay, connects there with the dive kick.
If Dankadillas brings this back, I'm gonna eat my hat.
Dankadillas with the those just ambiguous resets into the throw off
Wow.
of situations where he could just pick up the damage.
That gray life. That gray life took it all away.
There we go. Ceroblast takes win number 7 here. Again, we have ourselves a still close match here.
It's very close. But it is still in Dankadillas' favor to win this.
Here's up a game. And I still think that he's got it in him, but we'll see.
He's up a game and he's playing incredibly solid. Make no mistake, this craziness is getting him, but it's not like he does not have a functioning game plan at this point.
Absolutely. And just that functioning game plan is in Snare Gales.
Cross up, I can't tell.
Yo, he crossed up and landed on the opposite side there. I got hit.
Good. It's too good. My heart.
Yo, just the
Somebody
drill
call
into the
Michael
corner,
Hart.
into the jabs. Dankadillas is getting away with a lot of stuff here. Oh, and then the Yoga Sniper works that time around. Dankadillas with a poverty perfect that round.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, Dankadillas just starting to stuff Ceroblast's approach with those normals this time around. Which, yeah, he actually has not been doing a lot of that. Dankadillas likes to float around a lot and do a lot of teleports, do a lot of zoning with those fireballs. But we haven't seen him just throwing out normals to stuff Ceroblast's game plan, which is why he's been getting run up on so much.
I think early on he'd been conditioned to not throw out normals in the beginning of the match.
That's absolutely a very good point. Early on, we saw Ceroblast consistently stuffing those neutrals and those normals in neutral with a sweep and God knows what. And now he's finally warming up to that option again. Wow, that was like a last active frame slide just there. Gabo Art Ken does have a 3-frame jab. It is just performed with his kicks, and it is -8 on block.
Final round.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm about to eat my words, but it looks like Ceroblast is getting back a little bit of his mojo and figuring out exactly what spacing and what punishes he can do to Dankadillas at this point.
I think Ceroblast is already he's already known. He demonstrated that he knew that spacing perfectly from game 1, and right.
There's
Jump
no
in,
reason not to
confirmation
use
and
that
silver.
meter.
Yeah, spend it. Spend the cash.
Make this man afraid. Ooh!
Oh, what was that? What did I just see? Shout out to chat if you just like blinked and missed that. You just had like if you're filming at the mouth now, just what you saw.
This gameplay is giving me the vapors.
I have no words. Dankadillas with
at
the
this
wake up
point,
critical art,
it is totally even, and anyone could take this.
clipping with the low on that heavy punch and making Ceroblast walk
No,
into it. He
I'm
thought he
gonna-
was just gonna walk out of that fireball for free, and then he got clipped by the standing heavy punch.
Yeah.
Immediately ate so much damage for it.
It's not a mix-up that you're in very often, so you really just don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, it's not a mix-up at all. It just worked.
It's the old no mix-up mix-up. Oof.
To be fair, yeah, you don't
That
want to walk
run-in,
that
that
fireball.
run-in is not smart.
Ceroblast,
I
one
want to see a
Yoga
DP.
Sniper
I
from
want to
death.
see a DP. I want to see a
It hasn't
DP. I want to see a DP. I want to see a DP. DP.
Oh my god, is it... Yo, the lows versus the Yoga Sniper. I was about to say, Dankadillas went for the lows consecutively. Went for the
You would have
slide.
won. If you would
He
have
went for crouching
DP'd, you would have won.
That's true. That's so true. But he was focusing so much on the high-low game. He was hyper aware of the Yoga Sniper, and Dankadillas knew it. And he was taking advantage of that. You saw the
Shattered
crouching
this
medium
man's
kick
concept.
into the crouching light
Shattered
kick.
it.
It did nothing. All of that was horrendously negative, but Ceroblast was just too hyper aware of that Yoga Sniper option, and then he ended up getting snipped anyways.
You can't, like, honestly, you have to just, like, not care about Yoga Sniper sometimes.
Yeah, like it will close rounds, but I mean, it's closing rounds that you were already like a chip of health away from losing, anyways.
Yeah, basically. Ugh. I want Cero to DP this man back to 9-9.
really
I want it to go all the way. I want it to go all the way,
He
baby.
didn't even Yoga Gale that time. That was just a Yoga Flame, and it still hit. He did instant air gale, just normal Yoga Flame.
Ceroblast has just got beat up this round. Goodness gracious, my
Ceroblast?
gee golly gosh.
Okay.
Oh.
Stuffs the V-Trigger 1 activation with the Yoga
Using
Sniper. and
Ceroblast head so hard right now.
Dankadillas is like, I'm not gonna let you get away with that raw V-Trigger activation again. Good cross up. Just jumping in. Dankadillas not ready for it. Now he's in the corner here, having to deal with those plus frames on that EX Fireball.
We
Finally
gotta-
getting produced.
He's got to activate Super Saiyan if he wants to win this now, because Dankadillas is cheering him right now.
Okay. This is the mystery of fire.
Bam,
The dash
bam.
up into throw doesn't fear the flame carpet.
Is it over? Is it
Just a
over?
little bit toasty here.
It's
Oh, and there it is,
over.
the backdoor to take game number 10 there. Dankadillas is going to take it 10-7.
Wow, that was a enlightening game. Get it because of yoga.
Second
It's a
closest
joke.
match that we've had thus far. But it was interesting to see. It was quite back and forth. You could tell Dankadillas was making the right adjustments, but he just had a
Certainly
little bit of
was.
trouble making the right adjustments at the right times and keeping up with all of the tools that Ceroblast is throwing at him. That was magnificent play out of both players. That was
Oh,
fun.
totally. There were the adjustments on Dankadillas' side were so good that I think it threw Ceroblast off at the end.
I really would love to know what Dankadillas thought of that match. I would really want it because he's played a lot of Ken versus Chris T, and so I would really love to hear his 2 cents on how that differed from the Ken play that he's used to, and how it made him feel.
Yes, that would be good to know. But unfortunately, they have run away real quick. I was actually hoping to ask Ceroblast if he wanted to play a match.
But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that one. It was certainly a treat to watch, in my opinion at least. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Stay tuned for our next exhibitions, which I don't know if we've announced it yet or if we will announce it in the Discord. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hasn't been announced yet. 1 second. Might have something here. 1 second.
Sure thing. But
Oh yeah, I'll get back with you in like.
yeah, just
a moment,
keep buying time,
Ceroblast.
guys. Too bad we don't have Vertigear advertisements to just cut to. We could just cut to them. Actually, you know what? I do have a plug that I want to
There you
show.
go.
Tune into our friends over at twitch.tv/AWGNS podcast. They are a gaming podcast that regularly shout out the New Challenger Discord. You can tune into them this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I believe is when they go live. And they're good friends of us. Just a general gaming podcast. Occasionally, I'll make a cameo. I'll usually be in chat as well, watching it. That's twitch.tv/AWGNS podcast. Do you have anything you want to plug there, FGC Jesus?
Oh yeah, I want to plug my my Twitch, FGC_Jesus at twitch.twitch.twitch.twitch.
You hear that
Also-
here first. It was twitch.twitch.twitch.twitch. Was that correct?
Yeah, sure.
right.
Also, check out my Twitter that I never post anything on. Just follow it because whatever. Sometimes I post memes. It's pretty cool.
And of course, we've got our excellent players that were here today. Thank you both to Ceroblast and Dankadillas for showing up. Twitch.tv/Ceroblast. It is a super entertaining stream. You definitely want to check that out. I seen so many people just post hilarious gifs and clips from that stream. You can also check them out at
Join
BlastCero on Twitter and youtube.com/Ceroblast. What's up?
Yeah, join the new Challenger Discord as well. I forgot to plug that. Yes.
You don't have to plug our Discord.
I'm doing it.
So also tune into New Challenger Twitch.tv/New Challenger TV. It's this really obscure Twitch channel that it's all right. And of course, Dankadillas, you can find him on Twitch at twitch.tv/Dankadillas and at Twitter at Dankadillas. Just an all-around great sim player from SoCal. If you are in the SoCal area, then you can usually find sets with Dankadillas if you go out to Wednesday Night Fights. He's a regular there, and he will always hit up the locals, or so I've heard, and just grind out them sets. Vin, you got anything for us?
No, I think that's it. Thanks to you, Mount Lover, and FGC Jesus for being on the mic again.
And again,
thanks,
Mr. Vinegar,
Ceroblast.
ladies and gentlemen, our organizer for these events. And also shout outs to Travisor and chat
Yes.
for playing our matchmaker and determining who the good matchups would be. This is another good one.
Frabisher is definitely the matchmaker and the US. Yeah, he is the US geography guy for me. He and I know Ceroblast is Canadian, but it's still West Coast. I didn't know where anybody lived. He definitely helps me out with that.
Also,
And,
Ceroblast
I'm from
tends to go big
Georgia,
up your game,
so,
by the way, if you see.
All right, guys, I guess that's it.
Alrighty.
That'll be it.
Looks like Ceroblast is actually taking you up on your offer to run sets, by the way, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my dinner and then I'll. But
Alrighty.
that's
But
not
thank
gonna
you
be
guys.
free, so don't look forward to that.
Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.